Discuss US Constitution. But before we come to the topic, let's find out as to what do we mean by the Constitution. As to what is the definition of the Constitution. Constitution has been defined as collection of principles which tell us the powers of the government, rights of the governed, and adjust the relation between two. So, Constitution means that it is the supreme law of the country, and all the other laws are inferior or subject to this supreme law, which is known as Constitution. When we come to the US Constitution, there are some basic and fundamental there is some fundamental knowledge which we must know. Number one, that there is a presidential form of the government. There is a bicameral system. Bicameral system means that there is Congress which comprises of two houses. Upper house is known as Senate, where there are 100 members, while the lower house is known as House of Representatives, and there are 435 members, meaning thereby that Congress, members of the Congress in the United States are 535. 100 senators, 435 House of Representatives, so there are 535 members which are known as Congress. The life of a senator is 6 years. But the life of a member in the House of Representatives is 2 years only, meaning thereby that elections for the House of Representatives are held after every 2 years, while the Senate is a continuous body, and after every 2 years, 1/3 of its members retire, and then 33% members are only elected. Again, after 2 years, 33% go out, and new ones are come there to take their seats. Second important thing about the US Constitution is that the President is elected directly by the vote of the people. Though some people say that there is no direct election for the President in the United States, but the fact remains that they are elected by the people of the country. Though there is an electoral college, and we will be discussing that afterwards, yet the fact remains that they are elected by the people of the United States of America. And President has got all the administrative powers over there. We may say that President is a general manager of the administration in the United States. President can make any appointment, though it requires the approval of the Senate, yet the fact remains that President can appoint any person over there. Attorney General, judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President. Thereafter, it is also necessary that he may get the approval of the Senate, but in some cases he behaves in a manner that this approval may not be necessary for him. That we will be discussing later on. Number 3, Article 3 of the Constitution is about a judicial system in the United States of America. Supreme Court and subordinate judges are known as judiciary of the United States, and they perform all the judicial functions over there. They are responsible for providing justice, for administration of justice in the country. US Constitution is said to be the briefest constitution in the modern world. It is briefest because there are only 7 articles in the Constitution of the United States. There are only 7 articles. Article number 1 is about the Congress. There are 10 sections. Article 1 contains 10 sections, and it tells us as to what do we mean by Congress, as to what is the procedure of the election for the members of the House of Representatives, and as to what are the procedure for the selection of the senators, and as to what are the powers of the senators and those of the House of Representative members. Second article is about the president of the country. It tells us as to what do we mean by President of the United States of America, what are the powers of the President of America, and what is the procedure for his election over there. It also tells us as to what should be the term of a president and how many times he can be elected over there. The tradition in America had been that a president could have been elected for 2 terms only, that is for 8 years only. But then history tells us that there was a violation. In fact, this tradition was established by George Washington, the very first president of America, who was elected president of the United States of America for 8 years, for 2 terms, and then third time he was also offered the presidency. So much so that they said that he would be unopposed. He would be elected unopposed, and he would be he would take over as President of the United States without any elections, without any contest. But he refused to accept this office by saying that he doesn't want to establish a monarch system in the United States. He wants a democracy to rule this country, to be established in his country, and therefore he would not like to contest election for the third time. About General Grant, it is stated that he wanted to contest election for the third time, but then he was threatened. He was asked to refrain from this idea. Then there was a violation in the history of United States, and that violation we find in 1932, 1936, 40 and 44. You know, in 1939, Second World War started, which remained there from 39 to 45. Now, President Roosevelt had been elected president for the first time in 1932. Second time he was elected in 1936. And 1940 he was elected for the third time because the war, Second World War had been there, and they never wanted a change. They wanted their president to continue with the affairs of the war and with the affairs of the state. They did not like to bring a change in those days. Fourth time again in 1944, he was elected for the fourth time, and because the war had still been there, in 1945 he died, and Harry Truman, the vice president of those times, stepped into the shoes of the president, and he took over as president. Therefore, to overcome this problem, they introduced an amendment in the Constitution which is known as 22nd Amendment in the Constitution 1951. This amendment was introduced in the Constitution, and it was stated, it was held that no person in the United States would be having any right to contest election for the third time. 2 terms only, no third term. Now coming back to the Constitution, to Article 3 of the Constitution, we have been discussing that Article 3 of the Constitution is about the judiciary. 1951, 22nd Amendment was introduced in 1951. So far 27 amendments have been introduced in the US Constitution. Last amendment in the Constitution was introduced in 1992. It was ratified by all the states in 1992. We would be discussing the method of amendment and the process of the amendment when we come to Article 5 of the Constitution. Article 4 is about the rights of the people, about the liberty of the people, about the independence of the people, about human rights. And Article 5 tells us as to what do we mean by amendment, how can we amend the Constitution, and what is the system of amendment over there. Now, initially, there were only 13 states, only 13 states had started this process. And therefore, out of 13 states, if 9 states ratify the amendment, then it is adopted by the Federation and it becomes the part of the Constitution. If less than 9 states ratify it, then it means it cannot get the status of an amendment in the Constitution. Article 6 is about the laws in the country, that all the laws would be made under the Constitution, under the authority of the Constitution, and the laws so made would be the supreme laws of the country. And about Article 17 is about the ratification of the Constitution. In fact, when we go through the background of this Constitution, we realize that in fact the pioneers of modern America, were those Pilgrim Fathers who, for the sake of their conscience, left their homeland to settle in a territory where they could obey the behest of their conscience. Thereafter, many more Englishmen migrated from England and settled in America. There was a civil war between France and England to establish their supremacy. This 7-year-long war ended in the liquidation of French power, and the English people became the absolute rulers of those colonies, established colonies in the United States of America. Then, in those days, there were 13 colonies only. These 13 colonies, people of these 13 colonies realized that they are subjected to English rule, and they decided to have liberation. In fact, many causes led to the War of Independence, and this War of Independence continued. It broke between two powers because both the powers were uncompromising, and this uncompromising led to the Americans to issue a Declaration of Independence on 4th of July 1776. On 4th of July 1766, the 13 colonies issued a Declaration of Independence and stated that we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Thereafter, the war continued between these two powers, that is, the Americans, the settlers, and the English rulers, which ended in the supremacy of Americans, and the English rulers left their country and went back to their homeland. In September 1787, the Constitution was drafted and passed by the 13 colonies of the United States of America, which was thereafter ratified by all the states, and it was adopted as Constitution of the United States. This is the briefest Constitution because all the states before joining the Federation had their own constitutions, and they were allowed to have their constitution even after the federal constitution. So we can say that there are 51 constitutions in the United States of America. Every state has got its own constitution, and the federal government has also got its constitution. Now, we had been discussing the amendments in the constitution. There are 27 amendments, and first 10 amendments were passed and ratified in 1791. They are known as Bill of Rights. Because these 10 amendments are about giving human rights to the people of the country, about recognizing their rights in the country, about the establishment of human rights in the country. Thereafter, 11th Amendment was passed in 1795, that is 7th of February 95, and which tells us as to what are the rights of the states. States were protected from suits filed by the foreigners, by the people of other countries. And then there is another, it tells us about another thing, and that is the resident of New York cannot file a case of damages against another state while residing in New York. So this is the 11th Amendment. 12th Amendment was passed in 1804. 13th Amendment is again very important, which abolished the forced slavery and involuntary servitude in 1865. It was done in the times of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, you know, was a very strong president of the United States. He has got a very remarkable position in the history of America, and he abolished slavery over there. And for this purpose, he lost his life as well. He was killed in a theater while sitting in a theater only because many people were against this amendment and they never wanted to have this forced labor abolishment in the country. They were in favor of the slavery and they wanted Lincoln not to do it. 14th Amendment was passed in 1868, 15th Amendment was passed in 1870, and so on. And last amendment I told you that was passed in 1992, 27th Amendment, and 27th Amendment tells us that the salary of the senators, salary of the House of Representatives cannot be varied until the beginning of next term of office. So during their tenure, the salary cannot be reduced or cannot be increased.